we were able to be more flexible than just the way we approached the piece with each other, which was nice.
Yeah.
Because I remember the first time I played you some music, you came over here, and I thought, oh yeah, this is going to be cool. She's going to like this. This is along what we've been discussing. And I play it, and you're like, not quite.
It's like more vocal this time around, which helped. It helped because it really does come down to that, for me, that connection to the music. So it was nice to be able to say, I don't really like that. Can we, figure out a different way? And it was still very you.
Like we can be an artistic check on each other.
Yeah.
And each of the times where you ask me for a change, that becomes then a chance to actually make the piece better.
This music, of all the music that I've been a part of in group pieces, is much more melodic to the dancer ear. What was your thought process for making that? Was that a decision, or is that just something that I'm curating?
It was a decision. We sort of agreed on the basic structure of the piece and kind of having these duets, and then the music would be theme and variation for them. I start with a theme that would just have a solo at the beginning. But I wanted it to be something that would be very immediate for you guys, so that you can at least hear a relationship. Like the first two variations are Demetria and Marissa's duet, and the next two variations are you and Chris. And one of them, the one where it's Hannah and Celia, I happened to notice that the theme resembled something in Schubert, and so I made a variation that just sort of varied. It might be sort of vaguely familiar to you.
Yes, it absolutely
sort of coming from the
is.
ether, but it's just sort of like an inside joke for me. There's something that happens in the music a couple times that actually was a melody that I wrote when I was about 16 for a cello sonata that I never finished. And so I kind of reverse engineered the theme itself in this piece to be able to have variations that then were that melody. This melody I wrote over 20 years ago, and I don't know if I ever wrote it down then, but it just somehow was still in my brain.
Yeah.
It never went into a piece then, and so I was looking for something, and I remembered that, and then I was able to kind of create something for this piece.
That's crazy. I don't think I knew that. That's really cool.
Last year with Imminence, the musicians were, they didn't get as involved physically, so it's been really fun. I feel like all of the musicians this year are doing heavy lifting, literally, so it's a lot of fun to play around with that.
With Adrián, clarinet. He can move. Celia on the viola, she can also very much move as well. Brought something else to the dancers and the duets, because you create a certain relationship and you create a certain vibe with two dancers, and then a musician is brought into the mix and it changes it and kind of creates a different feeling.
I do think it's really cool that we're stretching the limbs and really interacting, and Adrián is, doing great. He's doing it.
How are you doing with all the choreography I'm giving you?
I think it's not for you to tell me. I think, no, it's great. I love it, and I'm also learning to trust you and trust the choreographers to know that, if I do what they tell me, it's going to be fine.